Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin received, and the translation, it reads like this. I did my ukutwala rituals with the help of this other friend of mine. We used to work together on the same farm back in Limpopo, not wanting to mention the name of that farm. So after doing the Ubutwala rituals, now I am being told that I have to kill 30 women to keep the wealth that I have. I don't have a lot as for now, but there is more that is going to come. As for my friend, he's saying that he is about to do it. He is working right now as a boat driver, and he says that it will be easy for him to do such a thing, pick up someone, a woman, and make that woman to disappear. I'm scared. He is a foreign national. He can just run away even if it happens that he do something like that. But if it is me, where am I going to run to? And he has told me that we can relocate, we can go to Zim together, and I can start a whole new life in a foreign country if it happens that I decide to do such a thing. But still, I am so scared of doing that. I am back in Johannesburg. I grew up here in Soweto, and I was raised by my mom, who was a single mother, and I used to witness my mother suffering quite a lot, and I said I did not want my own kids to go through that. So I started dating the woman that I loved. We were still very young. She convinced me, and I think that I have a habit of people convincing me. She convinced me to move from Gauteng, and we went and we started working there in Limpopo, and we were working at a farm together. It became an abattoir. So I was a driver, and I was working with this guy who was my assistant driver. We would drive to different supermarkets where we would deliver the meat. So he would tell me stories, and I was very interested in all of the stories that he would tell me about the process of becoming a ritualist, the disadvantages as well as the advantages. But he always said that it is always good to be a ritualist because the money, it is quick, easy money, and you do not even have to do anything. He said that from his village, he knew several men that had gone to dig up for gold. These men that had gone to dig up for gold, they came back with riches, but those that went without doing rituals first, they could not afford to get the gold that they wanted. So about 2 months after, he told me a certain story of this other man who went to an area in his country that is called Chipinge. I was so much interested in what he was telling me, and I said, I also want to go there. He told me that we would go maybe later on. So I then left Limpopo and I came back to Joburg. I started working. I was lucky enough that at the company where I was working, I was assisted. I even got a vehicle through the bank, and I was staying in a nice apartment. I had even completely forgotten that I had stayed in Limpopo working in the farms. But things happened. I went broke, completely finished. My car was repossessed, and I was behind on rent, and I was owing some other guys because I did not want my car to get repossessed. This is what I did. I went and I got 70k from the Nigerians in Midrand, those that give you credit. So I gave them, and they are still holding my ID. And I tried everything. Soon after that, I tried Forex, Bitcoin, even drop shipping. Nothing worked. Then one evening, that was when I spoke with my longtime friend. He was no longer staying in Limpopo at that time. He was back in his country. He told me that he was flying back to South Africa. I was like, you are now moving around with an aeroplane? And he said, yes, he even has a private jet. I went and I saw him at the airport. The car that we got into, it was such a beautiful car. We then went to this other house for a few drinks where his buddy stays. And I was like, bro, be honest, did you go to that place, that same village that you used to talk about? He said, yes, I went there. And I'm not joking. This Sangoma, he would assist you. He is from Chipinge. Those spirits, they are very powerful. Once you agree, you get rich. I said, how long is it going to take? He said, in 24 hours, you will have so much money and you pay later. He said that it is called get rich in 24 hours, then you pay later. 3 days later, to tell you the truth, I found myself in a foreign country in Beitbridge. We crossed the border and we drove. The journey was quite long until finally I was told that we were now in Chipinge. We arrived there and I met the woman, the traditional healer. She works with her husband. But to tell you the truth, these people, I don't think that they are even humans anymore. She had one eye. We spoke and she said, I can see that in about 10 years you're going to die. I said, what do you mean? And she told me that I was going to have cancer and within 10 years I was going to die. So she was like, do you want to wait and suffer for 10 years or do you want to become rich in 24 hours? Then you can pay me later. I said yes, without even thinking, without even asking. I just wanted money. So that night I was then given some herbal juice to drink. I started vomiting blood until I passed out. I vomited almost a 9 liter of my own blood. In my dreams, I was seeing myself walking in a river, but in that river, I would see women that were being killed by who I could not even see. Then at the end of the river, I saw a grave with my name on it. When I woke up, I was told that I was going to make money within 24 hours. I was going to become rich, but I was supposed to pay later on. We then returned back to South Africa and he returned back to his country. A week later, I was already making money. I moved into a penthouse that belongs to this other Zimbabwean man who is also a ritualist. So I have dated all the women that I always wanted to sleep with, whether the ones that you know or the ones that you do not know. Later on, I was told that you got 30 days to pay the price. This was some time ago when he told me that he had a message that he had received from the traditional healer. I said, okay, what am I supposed to pay? And he said 30 women, one for each year that you would want to live as a rich man. As I am speaking with you, my brother, I am coming to South Africa. I have spoken with my friend who has a business of Bolt cars. I'm going to use the car because I already know how many women that I want to kill, and this will be according to the number of the years that I want to live as a rich man. What do you mean? I asked. I was confused, and he said you must physically kill them, not an accident, no juju. You must kill them or just kidnap a woman and dump her somewhere. Like, I'm so scared. I really do not know. What am I supposed to do? 30 women. Is this not being like a psychopath? I'm so scared that I can get arrested. I have tried to speak with him and he said, if I am from Zim, if they have told me that there is nothing that can be done but to kill the women that you want, and for each and every woman you will be given the same number of years that you want to live. Kill one woman, you live 1 extra year making your money. So they told me that 30 is okay. If I live 30, I will live to see 68 or 69 or so. Here I am. I'm scared to do this. The man says that he has a plan. We can use Bolt cars to pick up women and we can make sure that those women will disappear without a trace. But I'm a South African. I'm scared that it will be easy for me to get caught. Please, I need advice. There is no plan B, as I was told that there is no plan B when the sacrifice is needed. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who received this message. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk about this issue in the comment section.